Welcome back to episode 150. 150 episodes. I never thought I'd get that far. I can't believe I've pressed record 150 times, although obviously it's a lot more than that because each video has so many clips. Clicked upload 150 times. There, that's better. Anyway, last week I was at the Mary Miller 9 to 8 meeting, wasn't I? So I took the GT over. That's the annual meetup, which coincidentally is about 3 miles from my house. It's a 2-day event. We do 1 day there, and then we go to the Classic Motor Hub, which was all the driving in that video. It's a fantastic drive over there. And they are single lane roads a lot of the way. It's really crazy, but it's good fun. This week, well, the last time you saw the 79 car, I did the headlights, those fantastic, like that, come up headlights. This week, I want to get that front bumper on. That will wrap up the front of the car. There's so many little bits to the front bumper. It's going to take a bit of work, I think. But yeah, looking forward to that. Thank you as ever to all the members, subscribers, everyone that clicks the like button. Do click the like button, it makes a massive difference to the videos. And leave comments, so you know I enjoy the comments. We have quite good chats in the comments, so please do leave those. But let's just dive in and see if I can get it done. I've been a busy little bee. What I've got here then are the bumpers sort of carefully laid out in my, well, it's not really a dining room, it's a room, it's an empty room, doesn't matter. Anyway, these bumpers are here because I'm looking at the mountings that hold on to the car, and some of them are snapped off like this one. Some of them are just all over the place. So what I managed to do was basically drill out these pot rivets. There's an original pot rivet there. This one had disappeared, so I drilled what was left of it and put another one in. With the view, I was trying to get that out, but I can't get it out. I think over the years, the plastic bumper sort of moulded around it, and that's pretty much wedged in there now, so that's staying put. This one did come out though. So what I've done is I've drilled out the studs, got my new bolts like that. I'm going to grind the head so it hasn't got these sort of edges where I'm tapping, so it can fit in neatly. Sprayed it black, obviously, and then I'm just looking to see which way around it goes. Actually, I think it's from the other bumper anyway. And then fit them, so that will hold it on a lot better. Actually, no, so from over this side, here's one that goes, I've put the bolt in backwards, I think. Nope, I'm on the wrong side again. Here, it goes here. Goes in there like that. So that'll look pretty good there. So yeah, that's what I'm doing at the moment. So I'm just gonna go outside and weld these bolts in. And then we can talk about trying to fit the bumpers. There's a few things I need to do. The front bumper's pretty straightforward, that it just needs the washer jets put into it. The rear bumper's much more complicated because it has the light assembly, which I need to sort of look at and just, I think when I took it out, I had to break some of the bits. I need to redo that. I can't remember what goes in these holes here, but I've got the bits. I've got a box full of goodies, but it's a little bit more involved, this back bumper. And I've got these are outside waiting to be welded as well. I managed to get those out. The other ones I can't get out. The ones I can't get out, what I've been doing is very carefully running a nut up and down the thread to clean the thread out and make sure that it can actually take a nut and sort of hold tight. And it actually seems okay. I've not found any that are too broken to use. Okay, that's the those sort of pot riveted in. Now I've got the washer jets, which I've just cleaned up. These were completely white before, where some monkey sprayed the car. They just literally sprayed the whole thing, including these. And what I'm going to do now, I don't have any rubber washers or sort of grommets. I don't know if they're supposed to have any, to be honest. But I'm going to very gently just fit them on, and I don't think they're sided, so whichever goes where, as they come kind of thing. I'm going to put them in like that and not do it too tight. I don't know how visible this will be, but these two lights, I can see from how they're angled, they fit really nicely. Whereas these two, although they're sloped the correct way, I think they're backwards. Let me pick you up and show you what I mean. See these, if you look, they're quite flush. Where these, they've sort of stepped. This one sticks out more. Well, I think we can see one of the problems. But I suspect they're backwards because it just doesn't look the same as this side. You know, how nicely they sort of fit in there and how wonky and crooked these fit in here. So I think what I'll do is I'll take these two out and see if they go the other way around. Okay, this is the bit I've been sort of putting off doing, umming and ahhing about it. It's the attaching of the bumper. So, or sorry, the rubber strip. So the rubber strip sits in this sort of, like there's a recess, a groove, what you want to call it. And you put it around like that and then you staple it in with the staple gun. But it's destructive, so, you know, once I start doing it, if it cracks or something, I'm kind of going on that journey, dead or alive, aren't I? But I think I just need to do it now. I think I've sort of prepped it enough. I've replaced a lot of these studs. You can see, I think on this one there's two. The two ones across the top are completely rotten out, so they're gone. Yeah, I think we're just going to go for it. Okay, so let's just fire a couple in. I'm going to leave a little bit overlapping at the bottom there, just so I can come back and decide how I want to finish it. This is the first staple I've fired actually with this gun into anything more than a box, I think. Let's just try it and see what it does. Turned on, and I think I just press it like that. Yeah, missed. Okay, well, I'll be taking that one out. What I'm worried about is it blowing a hole straight through to the other side. Let's try one here. Okay, now this is good. I can take this staple out, no problem at all. There's one in. I'm not going to put too many actually. To start, should I? Maybe I should. Let's just sort of inch around it. So I'm worried about it blowing through. I don't know if they're even long enough. They're 4mm staples, so it probably can't even get through all the way to the other side. I've pretty much talked myself into the idea of not putting this, the washer jet stuff on, but when I look under the car, obviously I've got the hose running along, sort of, you know, behind the bumper bar, and it just seems if I don't put it on, then I need to work out how to sort of hide that bar. Sorry, how to hide that hose and sort of get rid of it. So it seems like I might as well just put the hose on, and then I can deal with it later, sort of the pump end, decide if I want to do it or not. For now though, what I need to do is get this on, and I've got a pipe expander, I could just expand it, put it on, and then use one of these FI clamps. Put a little bit of grease inside. I think. Let's go a little bit longer just in case. Putting a bit of tape there like that, electrician tape, and then if I slit it like that, when we push the screw through, it won't sort of saw the paint off. That's my theory. Right or wrong, it's going to cause or provide some protection. I know there's the rubber that goes on, but right, let's kick the door too. Okay, one bumper. I've put a decorator's dust sheet on the floor. A few sort of old pillows and things, kneeling pillows, just to stop me scratching anything. Now this is really a two-man job, but I am one man, so what I'm going to do is I've taped up this side with sort of bubble wrap and stuff. I'm going to try and fit one side over here, this side, and then the other side should be roughly right, and I will deal with it then. I've got this pipe just a thread in down the top there somewhere. I assume goes like that. I've made it super long, so it should be pretty ample. Let's see if we can just gently put this in. Again, I'm only looking for one side to fit because the other side I've got all the bubble wrap on. 100% sure I've got the hose in the right place. Let's see how it goes. About there, so that's those two top holes in. I may have to get these top ones in as well, all at the same time. Look at that now, you start wondering whether it's warped. It doesn't seem to fit. Why is that? That's that side in. Okay, I need to pop the bonnet, don't I? That's what I've been stupid. Not pop the bonnet. Let's get the old bonnet up, because it needs a tuck underneath it. I just don't want to damage it. And it doesn't seem to fit anymore. Why is that? Shrinking the wash or something, perhaps. About there. Remember, that side I don't need to watch because I've got all the foam sort of protecting the wing. The top bit's protected by the electrician tape. It's not really sitting on actually, but it's close to. But that's okay for the minute. So the focus is this end. Right. Okay, I'm going to get some nuts so that I can put these in on the wing, and that'll just hold it there rather than it sort of dance around and scratch. So let's see if I can get a couple of these bottom bolts in, and that'll just be the start of holding the old boy in, because it has to sort of, you've got to kind of pull it into shape. And that's why I've not attached the bottom stay on this wing, because I want to make sure it's in the right place before I bolt it up, or before I drill a hole and bolt it up. I need a few washers as well. Right. Whew. Like all these jobs are pretty physical. Not just do up a bolt, it's a lot of running around in between. But you just have to take your time with it because you'll scratch it or whatever. Okay, there's one just starting, so that's good. I get a few more washers out, then I can sort of go up the side of it quite quickly, probably. I don't know where I've put the new. I think it's only across the top I've put the new ones, so I'm probably okay to go in with a small one. Just trying to do one up higher, like here somewhere. That'll be fine, that one there. Why are you not lined up then? Right, such a tight fit. I probably don't need any bolts on nuts on the back of it. That is super tight. I think I'm just going to work my way up the side actually. Okay, right, that's that side. Whew. That's not so bad, is it? Right, over this side then. Now, let's see what we're doing. I've obviously still got all of the protective stuff in, so I'm going to take that out of the way now. Oh, I actually want that on the wing. That was, that's better. Right. And these are the studs that I made. There's no guarantee they're lined up, but they are pretty much. And then this wing, that goes on pretty good actually, doesn't it? That was no problem at all. I get one at the bottom, just to hold the form. But yeah, that went in really easily that time. Good. Alright, there's one. Let's do one of the big boys up the top. Probably the one back here. That's because the headlight's up. There's just precious little room to get your hand in there. I'm just trying to slowly rotate the nut and hope it grips. Hope the thread hasn't got damaged with me shoving it through. Yeah, I'm on. Okay. Okay, let's pop the door handle on while I'm stood here. What I'm going to do is quickly mask and tape it up just so it doesn't get damaged. I did the same on the door. And then it should be really easy. The other side was pretty straightforward, so I assume this will be the same. Pretty much guarantee the camera can't focus on this. But we'll do what we can. Right. So something like that, just to protect the paint a little bit. So that way your hand doesn't bend. Just trot round the other side. So now it's just a matter of trying to squeeze that in like that. Let's get the other one on before I go too far and find out I have to take it off. Well, at least I got rid of that bolt. That could have gone anywhere, couldn't it? They always fall down the most awkward places. Right, it's quite easy to put in actually. Don't run in without any problems at all. So let's take the tape off. That's probably the hardest part actually. I redid all this, well, I don't redid all of it. I reworked the mechanism. When I put the remote control or remote central locking in, so it should all be quite nice and smooth now, which it is. Yeah, that looks pretty good actually. Happy with that. Right, let's leave it there. I don't often do these sort of crouch down shots because I think they look really cheesy, but this looks fantastic, doesn't it? I wanted just to get in there and touch it again. I love this black accent, makes it really stand out on the headlight surrounds, or the driving light surrounds look really cool. Really pleased with how this is coming together. It's going together quite easily actually. I mean, there's a lot of work, and it's only when you dive in there do you see how many little bits you need to do. I started the week thinking I just bolt the bumper on, and then you start finding all these little jobs that need doing. And one I still need to do is these fog lights this side. One of those fog lights is incorrect, and I can't really describe it, but it's just it's got the wrong glass on it, so they're not sitting beautifully aligned like they do on this side. And one of these is cracked, so I need to get a replacement for that as well. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Next week I'll do the rear bumper. I'm trying to itemize these tasks up so they make sort of videos about each component rather than sort of throw it all together in one video. I think these are more useful like this. Yeah, as I say though, each week, click like, click subscribe. See you next time.